Derek Lunsford's preparation for Mr. Olympia is a study in surgical precision, relentless consistency, and intelligent adaptation. For an athlete of his caliber, the road to the Olympia stage is not a matter of last-minute hustle, but a year-round architecture that balances mass, conditioning, presentation, and recovery.
While the developing processes inside the conditions of mass were acceptable.
Below is a comprehensive look at how a champion-level competitor, like Lunsford, typically structures his Olympia prep. Training, nutrition, recovery, posing, mindset, and the subtle art of peaking, distilled into the practical, gritty realities behind the glossy stage lights. Training, intensity, structure, and smart volume. Derek's training philosophy blends heavy compound work with targeted hypertrophy techniques to sculpt the dense, aesthetic lines judges reward. The backbone of his program is split-based training that allows for high frequency without overreaching. Legs, back, chest, shoulders, arms, and strategic repeat sessions for weak points. Heavy compounds, deadlifts, squats, rows, and presses build foundational mass and maintain strength, while machine work and isolation moves refine shape and promote muscle symmetry. As contest time approaches, training volume is strategically reduced, and intensity techniques, drop sets, rest pause, short supersets, are used to maintain muscle stimulus while supporting recovery. Importantly, conditioning sessions, including prowler pushes, interval sprints, and low-impact steady-state, bike, elliptical, are phased in gradually. Early prep might include 2 conditioning sessions per week. Mid to late prep often increases frequency, but duration and intensity are managed so the athlete doesn't cannibalize muscle mass. Nutrition, macro precision, cyclical planning, and the art of adjustments. Nutrition for Olympia prep is meticulous. Lunsford's approach centers on high protein intake to preserve lean mass, controlled carbohydrates timed around training for performance, and tailored fats for hormonal support. The prep begins with a slight caloric surplus off-season to build quality mass, then transitions to a measured deficit that targets fat loss while sparing muscle. Carb cycling is commonly used. Higher carbs on heavy training days, lower carbs on rest conditioning days, to support both energy and fat loss. As the weeks count down, calories are trimmed in small increments, and sodium and water manipulations are introduced only when necessary and under careful monitoring. Cheat meals or refeed days are strategically placed to reset metabolism, blunt psychological fatigue, and replenish glycogen for fuller muscle appearance. Supplements, smart, support-oriented choices. Supplements in a top-tier prep are support tools, not magic bullets. Expect a regimen that includes whey and casein protein for muscle maintenance, branched-chain amino acids or EAASs for intra-workout preservation, creatine for strength retention, fish oil for recovery and joint health, and a multivitamin mineral pack to cover micronutrient needs. Caffeine and pre-workout formulas are used tactically for training intensity. During final weeks, substances such as potassium, magnesium, and electrolyte blends are managed to sustain neuromuscular function and avoid cramping when water-sodium shifts are in play. recovery separates a sustainable prep from a breakdown. Derek emphasizes sleep, active recovery, and mobility work. Quality sleep, 7 to 9 hours, is non-negotiable because it supports hormone regulation and muscle repair. Soft tissue work, foam rolling, massage, and targeted physical therapy keeps tissues healthy under the stress of heavy training and calorie deficits. Contrast therapy, sauna and cold exposure, compression, and light mobility sessions are layered in to expedite recovery and prevent injuries. Posing and presentation practice makes stage ready. Posing is an essential, often overlooked, part of Olympia prep. Derek's posing practice is methodical. Daily sessions that start short and build in length and intensity as stage day approaches. These sessions train muscle control, breathing under stress, flow between transitions, and the ability to hold poses longer as energy wanes. So, close the cat. When will the poses change? We'll manage the city. Also, peak week posing is rehearsed in contest conditions, tanning, suit, stage lighting, so the final presentation is seamless. Coaches give regular feedback on angles, posture, and stage charisma, because in a one-shot performance, presentation can be the difference maker. The last 10 to 14 days are a chess match of water, sodium, carbohydrate, and training manipulations designed to create maximum muscular fullness and skin tightness. A conservative peaking strategy prioritizes small, reversible adjustments and close observation. Moderate carbohydrate loading after a depletion phase can fill out muscles if executed correctly, but timing and amounts must match the athlete's response. Water intake is rarely simply turned off. It's tapered and sometimes slightly increased before being restricted to avoid the rebound effect. Sodium is adjusted alongside water to control intracellular, extracellular balance. Derek's team will monitor every change with a critical eye to ensure the athlete looks dry but full, not flat or depleted. Mental game, focus, discipline, and adaptability. Mental toughness is as important as physical readiness. The months of prep are a psychological marathon. Social sacrifices, strict diets, and grueling sessions can erode motivation. Derek's mindset focuses on process-driven goals rather than outcome obsession. Breaking the journey into daily and weekly wins, hitting training metrics, maintaining macronutrient adherence, improving posing, helps maintain momentum. Visualization, meditation, and breathing techniques are often used to manage stress and sharpen stage presence. Having a supportive team, coach, partner, sponsors also anchors the athlete when motivation dips.